Yeah, g'day YouTubers, Tinker O'Toole again here with another video. Today we're going to talk about titanium coated teeth. So you can see here that the whole entire tooth is coated with titanium. Now this is nothing new out in the industry where they use them for cutters or drills, but typically on a lot of lathes, you'll see the titanium coated tips on a lot of metal cutting type cutters. And as I said, you'll see them on drills and you'll see them on various other things. So they've been around for a while. Now, in most cases, the titanium coated coating it's a ceramic type thing. They can make it in different colors, but gold definitely sort of has the appeal that it looks very nice, aesthetically anyway. But that said, they definitely do last longer than the normal chain. So I was using this chain and I brought a couple of them. So I brought two of them. And this one here I haven't used. But the other one that I did, and it definitely lasts longer between sharpenings. Now, I would say almost double. I wouldn't say that it lasts 6 or 7 times longer, but it certainly lasts a lot longer. I could have made it last more than double quite easily, but I really like to have my chains razor sharp so that it's easier on the saw, it's easier on me. So the moment they get a little bit blunt, swap it over. So that's the theory, and it lasts a lot longer. They say up to 6 times, but I haven't found that it lasts 6 times longer between sharpenings. Maybe double, maybe a bit more than double. That's about it. But that said, that saves a lot of time, and time is money, especially if you're a professional. They use these on a lot of wood harvesters, I've noticed lately. Archer sell them, Ryobi selling them. There's quite a lot of manufacturers out there selling them. So time will tell whether this becomes mainstream in the industry. I haven't heard anything from Stihl about titanium coated. They might do it on their Hexa or on their top shelf full chisel or something like that there. I haven't heard anything from Oregon, but I'm sort of thinking that if a company like Ryobi can make chains. Now, this Ryobi don't make chains. There's another company who make the chains. So what I want to do next is actually, and I'll just pause for a minute and come back, because I want to show you a chain that's worn out, and that will make a bit of sense on how long these last and which is the best way to go. So I'll be back in a tick. Okay, so now we're back and we've got this chain here, and I want to talk about this. And this particular chain from Ryobi is made by Orbit. If you actually have a look at the links, you'll see the 3 little circles on there. So that's the symbol for Orbit chain. So as soon as I saw it, I thought, Ryobi don't make that, Orbit make it. Now, if it does last twice as long or up to 3 times longer between sharpenings, that would be a great thing. This would revolutionize the chainsaw industry, especially for tree fellas, especially for wood harvesters. My only concern is one thing, and really one thing only, and we'll address that, is that you can make this titanium coated, which will last longer, and that would mean that you're going to either file or grind this a lot less. Now, what normally happens when a chain reaches end of its life, and that's this chain here, and we'll show you in a minute a close-up of that. We'll just get a bit of a close-up of that chain. As you can see, there's virtually nothing left of it. Now, the problem becomes that when you, and what is this? This is a steel chain, by the way. when a chain comes to the end of its life, normally it's also associated with a lot of wear and the links. Look at the movement. See, I can move that in and out. We'll go to another spot. Look at that movement. You can see so let's see whether you can see it good here. You can see that especially on the right, those links are moving quite a bit. Now, the problem becomes that, and you've all heard of the terminology, oh, my chain's stretched. We all say it, but in actual fact, your chain doesn't stretch, it becomes longer because all the linkages where the rivets are become out of round, they become elongated. And that's what gives all the movement in the chain. And if you actually look, this is a 20-inch chain, so it's got 72 drive links. But in each drive link, there's 2 rivets. So that's 144 little bearings or rivets. And if each one of these get a fraction of movement in it, multiplied by 144, then you can understand that your chain is worn out. So it brings me back to this situation here. This chain here costs about 30 to 40% more than a standard chain. Now that 30-40% additional cost, hopefully it's not just for the titanium coating, because if it is, it's getting ripped off. Titanium coating is not that expensive these days. It may have been when it first came out, but because it's pretty mainstream, it's not that expensive. Certainly not 30-40% extra. So what I'm hoping is that this material, the drive links, the bearings, and even the actual tooth itself is made out of premium grade high carbon metal that will last longer. One thing that companies can do, they can certainly make something last a lot longer by using better, higher quality metals, but it normally comes at a price. So this is 30 to 40. Now, just to give you a rough idea, this is a 16-inch 3/8 low profile chain, and I paid $63 for it at our local Bunnings store. Now, $63 is a lot of money because I can buy a 20-inch 3/8 chain, full chisel, from Stihl for about $55. So there's a big difference between a little chain and a larger chain, and the little chain is still much more expensive. So if this does have better high quality metal and it does last a lot longer, then it's worth the money. That's if. If by the time I get down to the halfway of the life, because I'm sharpening it 2-3 times less than a normal chain, and these links are all worn out, then it's not worth buying titanium coated chains if they don't beef up the higher quality metal in the drive links and the tie straps and the rivets. So hopefully that is the case. Can't find any information on it, even if you were to read all the information, get on their website. It doesn't say, hey, this titanium chain is of higher quality metal, it will last longer, blah, blah, blah. No information. But this is typical in the chainsaw industry. They bring something out, they tell you the bare minimum. They just say, oh, this works better. No other information. So, yeah, look, you're left to other people's opinions or reviews. So I'm not saying this is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm only saying that it actually appears to be good at first sight and first usage. It will depend on the life that I get out of this as opposed to a normal chain. Now, if I was to buy this in the normal brand that they sell, they're about $35. So you're not double the price, but $35 versus $63, or could be $37. Thereabouts in that ballpark, but you can see that it's a minimum of 35 to 40% more expensive. So that's it in a nutshell. Titanium chains are starting to come out there. As I said, they definitely last a lot longer between filings and sharpings. It depends. I guess if you're an arborist and you're up there in the cherry picker, the last thing you want to be doing is changing chains all the time. So in that situation, it may be good for them. I don't know if you're a homeowner, whether you want to pay the extra to get the longevity, and time will tell. But what we will do is do a review of this in the future. In about 6 months' time, come back and say, well, okay, this chain's been on. It definitely lasted a lot longer than the standard chain. Only other one point that I would like to make is that I've noticed that they're all coming out in full chisel rather than semi-chisel. So, yeah, that's interesting in itself as to why. Because this is a full chisel. See? Titanium 16-inch, fast, efficient cuts. And as I said, there's virtually no information on the back. That's it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Bye for now.